All right, so we are live on Facebook. I'm on Drager, and we are installing bees today. This is Hive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hive 5. Hive of 8 today. I lost my screw, Pat.
Did you?
Nope, got it. Just kidding. I got my screw. So, for anybody watching, Pat is taking the feeder can out of a package of bees. Trying to. He already stabbed himself once. I already told him to slow down, so don't really want blood on camera today. I don't think, do you?
Oh, he's wearing gloves now.
He is wearing gloves now, so we wouldn't be able to tell. That's true. So, takes the feeder can out, which is what gave them food on their trip up here. They came from Georgia. We get our bees from Wolf Honey Farms in Baldwin, and he specializes in, what were they, Pat? Buckfast bees? That's the breed of bees they are. That one's stuck in there good, isn't it? You get it? Just wanted to make you look manly on camera. You get it out or no? So sometimes they get stuck in there because they're not, I mean, these packages are made pretty quickly. Oh, like everywhere.
That's not good.
Nope. Huh. So we're having a little issue getting the feeder can out. This doesn't usually happen, but they'll clean up the mess, don't worry. Do you need to just take the package apart? Oh, there you go. You got her. Okay. So now what we're going to do, this little tag here, Pat is going to loosen, there's a staple on it, but this is our queen. So we're going to take the queen out. Okay, so our queen is in here. I can't really zoom in on this, guys, but our queen's in here, okay? So in one end is what's called fondant in here, and it's like a candy, it's like the frosting that you see on cakes that isn't really good, but it's really pretty and flat. And in the other end is a cork. So we take the cork out, or push it through. I tend to push it through because I can't really get it out. And then I just have a sheetrock screw. And then in these other ones, I just leave the screw there for a second while I pick up the marshmallow because we don't want our queen to get out. And then I got a chunk of marshmallow. And the reason we do this is because these bees are kind of like, I was telling Tim earlier, these bees are, you gotta think of them like livestock. So when you put a new bull in the pasture, it takes them a little while to kind of get to know him. So it's kind of the same thing with this queen. This queen was raised not with these bees, and so it takes time for them to get to know her. So this gives them a couple days to eat through that marshmallow and get to know her, and for her pheromones, let's move you guys out of the way for a sec. No, I'm going to get these ones off, and then I'll put her in my pocket, which is going to be really sticky because Pat spilled all over. But okay, so marshmallow's in there. I'm going to stick her in my pocket for a minute so we don't lose her. So anyhow, that gives them a couple days to acclimate to her smell, and then she doesn't fly away and leave them. So, okay, so then take this package of bees. What is it, Pat? 3 pounds?
Yeah.
3 pounds of bees, which is how many bees probably?
10 to 15,000.
10 to 15,000 bees, and we just dump them in. Which was really, like, kind of freaked us out the first time we did it, but it's how everybody does it. The bees are the most chill they are ever right now, or when they're swarming, because they just want a home and they want a mom, which is probably true for most of us, right? So their mom is in my pocket. We'll put her in here in a minute, get most of them in there. I set this down in front, and then the rest will just kind of climb out later. Then we take her back out of my handy dandy pocket, and we're gonna put her between a couple of these frames. And then, like, well, we'll put her more towards the middle, I guess. But they'll let her out. I can't. That one's like, you got the hive tool? That one's stuck together. They'll let her out over a couple of days, and then they'll all be happy. So we'll slide these back together. We have left, are these their frames? Yeah.
There's another frame right over here.
No, I think I'm good. I got another one over here. We've left one frame out in the middle, so they've got some space to let her out. Actually, that one fit in nice. I think that's full.
Okay.
Okay. Then we'll put inner top cover on without squishing bees, hopefully, because they get angry when you do that. a choice because Pat doesn't know how to paint. Just kidding. Put this on to protect that feeder bucket. And then we put a top cover on. Ooh, got sugar water everywhere. And then that hive is set. So that is exciting. And actually pretty simple. Not as like scary as you'd think. So I will, hold on. Jamie says, do you name the queens? So yes, Jamie, I do. Pat laughs at me, but all of our hives have names. I'll walk down here and show you this one. My hive that requeened last year, I joked that she was kind of slutty. And look at what her name is. Her name's Blanche. Ha. So I'm going to have Blanche and Dorothy and Sophia, obviously. I can't have another... Why am I forgetting the last one? Blanche, Sophia, Dorothy. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I'm forgetting the last golden girl. But we will have names for all of them. Pat just calls them hive 1, 2, 3, 4, like from east to west. And that's really boring. And I don't like that. So they're definitely going to get names. But we have 2 extra hives that I'm going to have to come up with names. So if anybody has some good ideas, let me know. But I'll post some more videos later. The boys are filling some feeder frames right now. Our friend Tim is learning bees too, and so these last 2 are his hives. This is a little bit different type of feeder bucket. This one goes on top. It's just a different style. That one is a feeder frame that they're filling now. It's actually a frame that goes inside there. So they're filling that. I'll stay live for a minute so that I can show you guys that queen when he gets it out of the next package. So any other questions? Does anybody have any other questions? I don't know if anybody's still live. I'm not good at this live stuff. So I'll show you guys these packages. Like I said, we set them down here in front. You can see them kind of all climbing in and out the hole already. They're kind of doing their thing. This is what that feeder can looks like that comes with it. There's holes in the bottom. And it just kind of dribbles out. Same with the feeder buckets. I don't think I have another lid. That's what the bucket is. It's just a little 1-gallon bucket with a little mesh lid in the top. But maybe this one's a little bit better in the light. You guys can see this package. See, there's still bees in there. And they're kind of doing their thing. So here's all our packages. When you get the next queen out, Pat, I would like to zoom in so people can see that queen.
Okay, try.
So there's the screw on top of that hive right there, Tim.
Okay.
Yep, and I got a marshmallow right here for you.
Okay.
Let me know if you need a bigger chunk of marshmallow. When you get her out, let's zoom in on her so people can see her. So our friend Tim, this is his first year trying bees. So guess you're jumping right in, Tim.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yep. It's pretty fascinating, isn't it?
I like it. Yeah. Absolutely fascinating. Feels like you're helping life along.
Right.
Yep.
So Pat's spraying them with that sugar water.
Anybody here?
Okay, you don't have the gloves, so no bleeding on camera for you either.
Okay. Do we shake that off or anything?
You can take your finger and just brush them off.
Okay. Yeah, if you're real gentle, you can just brush them.
Or I'll do it for you.
Okay, why don't you do that with gloves? I'm sure I'll get comfortable with that sometime. But...
Yeah, it's a little disconcerting at first for sure.
Oh, this cage is covered in candy. That's
Is it? Oh. Yeah, it's almost like they spilled the candy all over the outside. So they really like that. Okay, so Pat, let's see her. I don't know how well that's coming through you guys, but she's in there.
There she is right there, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh. The lighting's not. Can you tip her into the sun, babe?
All solid.
There we go.
And twice the size.
It'll focus.
There she
Come on,
comes right
Facebook.
there.
Yep,
Yeah.
there she is. Thank you.
Yep, push that cork
Sorry,
in.
this one.
The cork, yep, not the candy.
Just watch it.
Yep,
Yep,
I see.
she's fast.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying I kind of leave the screw in the end. Like I push it through and leave the screw there until I get the marshmallow. I keep wanting to see mushroom. Pretty sure they don't eat mushrooms. Yep, cool. And then you just stuff her down in there.
Just try to get it all the way in there, or just.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's pretty good.
Okay.
Are you gonna name your queens, Tim?
Oh, I don't know. That's a lot of pressure. You know, it took me a while to name my kids, so this might be a few days. Okay, and then we just take in here, is fine?
Yep, pinch it in there.
Yeah, you kind of want to get it below the frame, like the frame itself, like down by more by the wax parts. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Mostly just because then there's room.
Okay. And then dump. Huh?
And then dump.
So you shake it very much, or
I kind of just pour and then shake. I don't like smacking them like Pat does because I'm afraid I'm going to kill bees that are on top.
That's a lot of bees.
See this guy right here?
Yeah.
That
That drone?
Yeah, that was a drone.
Yeah, I've seen a couple
Right
of
here's
those.
another one.
Yep.
Big bug eye.
Big-eyed.
So let me get
What did you
closer
call
here.
them? Square butts?
Yeah, they kind of have a square butt. So these girls here, these are all girls. These are all worker bees.
Yep. Yeah. So just take this one and lay it down in front like the other ones.
Do you have a drone nearby, Pat? I don't know if that's fuzzy or not. It's hard to see. Oh, there's one right here too. So that big black one, you guys, with the square butt.
Gentle as you go. And there's room down below. You're not squishing them here.
Nope.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you don't squish them in the bottom. There's plenty of room. And you'll find out when you do...
Is there plenty of room there? Do we leave?
Yep. Yep, you're good. Now keep that siphon blowing off.
And you'll find out when you do inspections later that that room in the bottom, they like to fill up with extra comb.
Okay. Then we need a cover.
So,
Yep, that one's called an inner
Feeder's
cover.
already in this one.
Yep,
And we don't need another box on top then with that.
Correct.
probably.
correct.
Yep.
you got that one. This is where they get squished.
And this tag, do you just leave hanging out like this, or?
Yep.
Yeah, and then when we do our first inspection, we'll just come back and take that out because she'll be out of there.
That's it.
All right.
Cool.
Go forth and
So there you go, Tim.
make a home.
Your first bees and you installed them yourself.
I didn't get stung.
Cool.
I didn't get stung.
You didn't get stung, so that's good.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Okay, guys, so I'll post more pictures and videos later. If you have questions about what we did, please make sure to post those. I'll go back and I'll try to answer them. One last thing I probably will show you. So in typical Hermione Missy fashion, I have my books and my notes out here because that's what I do. So we do have a notebook, so I make notes about when we installed them and kind of what happened and stuff like that. If you're thinking of getting into beekeeping, this is honestly the best book ever. This guy, Kim Floatum, is Midwest local. I don't remember exactly where he's from, but he's from our temperature region and whatnot. And it's got just tons of info and pictures and just tons of stuff. So this is where I would start. If you're interested in bees at all, this is definitely where to start. The last thing I'll tell you is that bees can't live on sugar water alone. They also need a protein source. So this right here is called a pollen patty. Bee Pro pollen patties. So this is like their protein source, and the sugar water is like their carb source. So they actually need both of them. So we'll go back through now that they're installed. And kind of we'll give them a little bit to chill out, and then we'll pop those in there, and then they'll be good. We'll probably leave them for probably a week. Pat, what do you think, a week? Check on them in like a week? Yeah, so we'll probably check on them in like a week and see how they're doing and refill any sugar water, refill pollen patties. But here's our bee yard. So all of our hives and our fence, keep the bears and the skunks out. But thanks for watching today. Like I said, holler at us any questions you have or anything else you want to know. And hope you enjoyed this. We definitely enjoy it. Pat's starting to tolerate me doing live videos. He's not a big fan, but he's doing better. So let me know any questions or comments. Thanks.